Good day. Today we're gonna talk about two bands, Panopticon and Valgeflüster. Here we go. First up we have this. This is on the subject of mortality by Panopticon. It was released in 2010 through Lunder Records, the band's own label, and Panopticon is a one-man band run by Austin Lunn, originally from Louisville, Kentucky, but now resides in Minnesota. And prior to releasing this, Panopticon had released 2 full-lengths and 4 splits, and this is a compilation of the 2 splits released in 2010. And Panopticon plays atmospheric American black metal with a lot of post-rock influences, and this record contains some samples from the movie Sjunde inseglet, or the Seventh Seal by Ingmar Bergman. It's 6 tracks, 50 minutes long, and my favorite tracks are Living Geology and Watching You. And my version of the record is 2018 Nordvis Bindrune repress. It has been remastered and cleaned up, and it's the same version that was released on CD together with Social Disservices in 2016, called Revisions of the Past. It's also in a single jacket. You get a lyric insert and a sticker, and it's on what is called Blue Electric with royal blue and white splatter. And Panopticon is highly recommended if you like atmospheric black metal, and Nordvis and Bindrune still has copies left. Here's a snippet. This is Revisions of the Past. It was released 2016 on The Flenser, and it's a compilation of the subject of mortality and social disservices, and I bought this solely because of the latter. And this compilation was released in 2016 through Bindrune and Nordvis, and Social Disservices was released in 2011 on The Flenser. And this is Panopticon's 3rd full length, and this record is much darker than the newer stuff. Some parts is more in the vein of Leviathan, and this has no bluegrass or anything. This is mostly just black metal, and this was the first record I heard by Panopticon. It's only 4 tracks, but it's 50 minutes long, and the last track, Patient, is 20 minutes long and is my favorite Panopticon track of all his releases. And it's a 2 CD digipack. You get a booklet, and I think Nordvis still has copies left, and the vinyl is long gone and is very expensive. Here's a snippet. This is Kentucky. It was released in 2012 on Pagan Flames Productions. And Kentucky is a lot different from Social Disservices. It's not as dark, and there are a lot of bluegrass incorporated in the music. There are even some tracks that has no trace of black metal or metal at all. It has 8 tracks. It's 51 minutes long, and 5 of the 8 tracks are bluegrass or something similar, and the 3 black metal tracks, Bodies Under the Fall, Black Suit and Red Blood, and Killing the Giants as They Sleep, are all over 10 minutes and are very epic and good. And I think my version is from 2019, released through Bindrune and Nordvis. It's a digipack. You get a booklet with stuff. And Nordvis still has copies left, so you can pick it up. Here's a snippet. This is Roads to the North. It was released in 2014 through Nordvis and Bindrune. And Roads to the North is a continuation on the path taken on Kentucky, where the post-rock influence has taken a step back, and instead there are a lot of American folk music and bluegrass and stuff going on here, but not as much as on Kentucky. This has 8 tracks. It's 72 minutes long. And my favorite tracks are The Echoes of Disharmonic Evensong, Where Mountains Pierce the Sky, and The Sigh of Summer. And my version is a 2018 repress. It's a gatefold, and there are no lyrics but a little explanation of what each song is about. And the 2 records are on translucent dark blue vinyl. And I think Nordvis and Bindrune still has copies left. Here's a snippet. This is Autumn Eternal. It was released in 2015 through Nordvis and Bindrune once again. And Autumn Eternal feels like a natural follow-up to Roads to the North. It's slightly less cold and the bluegrass is a little less frequent. But it's once again 8 tracks and it's just over 1 hour. And my favorite tracks are Into the North Woods, Oaks Ablaze, and Sleep to the Sound of Waves Crashing. And my version is a 2017 repress. It's also gatefold. There are no lyrics, but there's a booklet with some quotes from Arne Næss and Sigurd Olsson. And the 2 records are on very orange vinyl. And Nordvis and Bindrune still has copies left. Here's a snippet. This is The Scars of Man on the Once Nameless Wilderness Part 1. It was released in 2018 through Nordvis and Bindrune. And this is the first part in a double release. This is not that far from the previous records, but the folk elements and stuff are less frequent. Probably because the part 2 is all out folk Americana bluegrass. And this record is very good. But the mixing is not as good as on the previous 2 records. And it's 8 tracks again, just under 1 hour. And Snow Burdened Branches is my absolute favorite track on this. And it's Patient from Social Disservices and Snow Burdened Branches from this is probably my 2 favorite tracks of all Panopticon tracks. And as I said, this was released in 2018. It's a gatefold. And there are no lyrics again, but some explanation of what the songs are about. And you get printed inner sleeves. And the 2 records are on some kind of green mixed with blue vinyl. And Nordvis and Bindrune still has copies left. Here's a snippet. This is the second part of The Scars of Man on the Once Nameless Wilderness. And this is an all-acoustic folk Americana record. I don't normally listen to this kind of stuff, but Åsenland is an excellent musician, and this is a very good record, although it contains 10 tracks and is about 1 hour long. It's get a little boring at times, but every song on their own is very good. But my 2 favorites are The Moss Beneath the Snow and Not Much Will Change When I'm Gone. And this is actually a test pressing, and it's just it's a double LP. It's on black vinyl with side A and B on the label. And Nordvis sold these a couple of months ago to leave space for upcoming releases, so I snagged one. And this is only recommended if you like acoustic music and the campfire songs and bluegrass and stuff. It's very diverse, but yeah, there are no traces of black metal at all here. Here's a snippet. This is Ruinen by the band Waldgeflüster. It was released in 2016 on CD through Nordvis. And the band is from Munich or München, Bavaria, Bayern in Germany. And this is their fourth full length. And they play atmospheric black metal, very similar to Panopticon, but with slightly cleaner production. And they sing in German, and they have a lot of clean singing on their later releases. And Ruinen contains 8 tracks. It's a little over 1 hour long. My 2 favorite tracks are Weltenwanderer and Graustufen Novembertage. Very good stuff. And in 2018 was the first time it was released in vinyl, and it contains a bonus track in form of a cover of the song Unfurled by Catatonia. And it's a gatefold, and you have the lyrics, which is in German on the inside. And the 2 records are both on standard black vinyl, and Nordvis still has copies left. Here's a snippet. This is Månskinsonaten, Waldgeflüster's latest release. It was released on April 12th this year through Nordvis, and this feels like a continuation on Ruinen, but this is more dreamlike and has less black metal. It's very good, but not quite as good as Ruinen. It contains 7 tracks. It's 56 minutes long. And my favorite tracks are Rot-Goldene Novemberwälder and Unter Wind. And it comes with the vinyl version comes with a bonus track in the form of acoustic version of the track Steppenwolf, which is very good. And it's a gatefold, and you get lyric insert with translation in English also. And the 2 records are on grey vinyl, and Nordvis still has copies left. Here's a snippet. To conclude the video, this is the last one. It's a split. It's between Waldgeflüster and Panopticon, and it's basically the bands doing 1 atmospheric black metal track each, and then 1 acoustic cover of one of the other band's songs. And this was the split that introduced me to Waldgeflüster. And it's 2 tracks each. It's 33 minutes long. And the black metal songs, Der Traumkänder and Håkans Song, are both very good, and the acoustic covers are decent. It was released in 2016. It's housed in a single jacket, and you get the insert, and Waldgeflüster has lyrics on their song. Panopticon, on the other hand, does not. And the record is on milky clear vinyl with brown splatter. The Nordvis still has copies left. Here's a snippet. Thank you for watching. Auf Wiedersehen.